frame. It's a Thrust Trident. That's the brand. I've been using it for a year and a half. And this is going to be my honest, non-biased review. I'm going to start with the negative. The same seller sold me the thru axle. Since the frame is compatible with quick release and thru axle, it comes with a little nut here that has to be real tight all the time. Otherwise, the wheel is going to be loose. At one point, I tried Loctite, and I don't recommend that because I needed to get an adjustable wrench to get it out. And let's say you're out there and get a flat with a Loctite, it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it off. Other than that, the frame's been good to me. I've ridden it hard since day one. I started weighing 232 pounds. Now I'm down to 220. And I've been treating it like it's supposed to be. Taking drops of 4 foot, 5 foot sometimes. Even though it's for cross country, I used it to break it, and I haven't break it. It's pretty solid on the bottom bracket, considering the price. I only paid like $260, I believe, shipped. I bought it on AliExpress, and it came home with no taxes, which is a pretty good deal. The seller did made a mistake. I had to contact him again to let them know what color I wanted. When I wrote on the ad on the first listing, when I purchased it, I marked matte, but he was waiting for a written conversation, so that took a month extra. But that was fine because I was buying the rest of the parts. I believe this frame held out pretty good because of the components I have. I have a Fox Fit Kashima quote, and that's, I think it's 100 millimeter. Yes, it's still 100 millimeter. I bought Cruisers hubs MX490, but I had to change the back. That one didn't even last a year, so I threw a Sram, brand new last month, laced it myself. That's the MTH746. I've been lacing my wheels since I was 10, so I don't have a problem with that. I kind of like it doing it. I got Sram GX, Shimano XD pedals. I'm running 112, race face 50 millimeter stem, race face handlebar, Shimano XD brakes. Went back to the Cell Italia saddle, the same I had on my other bike a few years ago. I happened to have a carbon fiber EC90, if I'm not mistaken, C2, but I broke it. I actually have a video about it. So I threw a Cannondale C3 aluminum. So the bike's carbon fiber parts are the spacers, the frame, the rims, and it used to be the C2, but not anymore. So I put a little bit of more weight than that at the beginning. I had a Schwalbe knobby in the back that didn't last me, let's say, 800 miles. That I wasn't satisfied at all. I'm running a racing race Schwalbe in the front. That's been holding pretty good. Tubeless. I have a video about this V tire. It's worn down because I really rode it a lot on pavement and in different tarmacs. But I believe that if you ride it only on the trails, it will last you a lot longer. The problem with the V tire, it comes out wider than what it says. This is a 225, but if you grab a caliper, it will measure around 2.4. So you need to be careful with the clearance of the frame if you're buying the same tire. I have a low-end Sram Nx Cassette, so it could fit on the free hub. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade the wheels to have extra wheels. And I'm gonna change to have the other, I don't know what's it called, but I forgot the specification on the other free hubs that most of the bikes nowadays have. I've been real lucky with this Shimano XT, the PD 8020. Those pedals are pretty good. No issues with the SRAM GX the bottom bracket or cranks. The frame, it's pretty solid. I feel a little bit of flexing depending on how much torque I put on the bottom bracket. But I've written carbon fiber frames in the past, actually from Scott, and it's very similar. I don't see any difference other than the price. And this one has a 2-year warranty, and I've got a year and a half of abused, not used, abused. So let's say if it breaks within now into the 2-year warranty, I'm not even gonna bother with that. So if you are in the market of buying a Chinese carbon fiber, just do your research. It took me a while. I did a lot of research between the thrust and the BXC, so I went with the thrust. And if I have to buy another one for a road bike, I'll pick up thrust carbon. And that's it. I mean, it's all about quality assurance. So I really got a good frame, and I can't complain for the price. The bike cost me to build $2,250 so far, around that, including maintenance. So let's say that I paid when I built the bike $2,100, maybe 22. I have it written down, but it cost me $2,200. Let's say. I put Rock Stars and Monster, even though I don't drink those energy drinks anymore. I cut down on it. So yeah, I mean, I like it. It's been great, and I'm happy with the purchase.